How many programs should I apply to? A question that many of you asked me to record a video about, and that's what I'm going to discuss in detail in this video. If you're new here, my name is Malki Assad, a plastic surgery resident in the US and the founder of the Match Guide, a company through which we helped many applicants match into their dream specialty in the US. And for Match 2025 applicants, we have special match application resources available for you fully for free. Personal statement examples, ERAS application template, letter of recommendation examples, and much more. So make sure to get these free resources available for you by clicking on the link in the card above or the link in the description below. And now let's get started. I'm gonna use the data provided by the NRMP, which is the organization that runs the match process, the process of matching residents or applicants with residency programs. I'm gonna use their data to guide our decision, or use it as a guide to help you decide on how many programs should you apply to. So I'm gonna leave the link for this page in the description of this video. Once you click on this link, you will find this page and you will have multiple tabs at the top. The one I want you to click on, this medians by match outcome, and then you can see the match year and the preferred specialty. So we're looking at last year data, so Match 2024. So that's why we picked 2024. And the preferred specialty, we are gonna go and look at internal medicine, since this is one of the most popular specialties, but you can pick whatever specialty you're interested in here to see the different data. Here you can see applications submitted, and this is the main topic covered in this video, is how many programs should you apply to, how many applications should you submit. And what's nice about this graph here is that they're dividing it by the type of applicants. So you have USMD seniors, which are the US medical students applying in their 4th year. You have USDO seniors, the students of allopathic medical schools in the US, and other applicant types. And the majority of these are non-USIMGs and USIMGs combined together, along with few other applicants, but the majority of these are non-USIMGs and USIMGs. You can see it would be definitely nicer if we have these two groups separately, but they are combined. They can still give us some idea about the median number for each of these categories. So again, we care about this one. You can see here also matched and not matched. So you can see the median number of those who matched separately from those who did not match. And let's look at the median number. You can see that the USMD seniors submitted a median of 34 applications. So they applied to a median of 34 programs. USDO seniors 58, while USIMGs, non-USIMGs, a median of 139. So if you're looking at the data and you want to guess a number of applications you should submit, maybe this number could be a guide. Why? Because this is the median number of prior applicants that are similar to you. If you're USIMG or non-USIMG, they submitted a median of this number and they matched. Does that mean that if you submit this number, you will match? Definitely not causation, but you can get an idea of people like you, how many applications they submitted in the past. So one interesting thing that people might ask, well, if I look at the not match data, I see more. Does that mean if I apply to more, I will not match? Of course not. But you can definitely think of reasons why this is happening. Probably applicants who have lower scores, who have no research, no US clinical experiences, they were afraid of not matching because their application is weaker and they submitted more applications. So the number is higher here because of the inherent bias of how strong the application is or how weak the application is. So it doesn't mean if you submit more applications you won't match. It means those people who submitted more application probably had not as strong CVs as those in this group and ended up not matching. So higher number doesn't necessarily mean you don't match. It just means the people who submitted more applications were different type of applicants than people who submitted less applications because they were less confident about their chances of matching. If you're asking about the exact number of applications you should submit, nobody can give you the answer to that because it's mainly a guess game. If you're a strong applicant with high scores, USCEs, research, definitely you can consider submitting less applications than someone who did not have much USCEs, who did not have much research, lower scores, because you're trying to get, cast a wider net to get more interviews. And you can see the median numbers of interviews offered out of these 139, only 5. And for these people, it's 4. So you can see the ratio of interviews to applications for the other applicant types is much lower compared to US seniors and DO seniors, and this is something that most of you already know. So use this data to guide how many programs you should apply to, but the ultimate decision will depend on what kind of programs you're applying to, what kind of programs are you targeting, do you need visa or you don't need visa, how strong your application is, and of course, very importantly, your financial situation. Because if you look at, this page of fees for ERAS application, you can see that the first 30 programs, you pay $11 per application. So if you submitted 30 applications, that would be $330. But every program after number 30 will be costing you $30 per program. So let's say you apply to 43 internal medicine programs. They're giving you an example here. The first 30 will be costing you $11 per program. So $330 for these 30. But then afterwards, it will be 30 for each program. So after the 30, so here we have a difference of 13. So 13 multiplied by 30. So you can see the cost increases exponentially after number 30. So it's almost triple the price of the first 30 programs. So if you're applying to 100 programs, the first 30 programs will be for $330, but then the next 70 programs will be costing you $2,100, so $2,100. And if you combine that with the 330, it will cost you $2,430. So that's almost $2,500 for applying to 100 programs. And as you apply more, the cost will increase. You have to understand that this price is per specialty. So if you're applying for radiology and internal medicine, the cost of the first 30 programs will be per specialty. So it won't count them together. And finally, a quick point I want to touch on, which is the idea of signaling and geographic preferences. And again, this data is from the AAMC. If you go to ERAS statistics, you can find here 2024 My ERAS Contact Research Updates. This one is about the relationship between program signaling and interview invitations. This one is about geographic preferences, and I'll leave the links for all these in the description of this video. So if we look at the relationship between signaling and receiving interviews, you can see for 2024 ERAS, which is the most updated one, there were 504 programs participating in this, and the number of signals were 7 for that match, for 2024 match. You can see if you send a signal, this is the box plot, you get a median of around 32.5 approximately percent conversion rate. This is for all applicants, by the way. But you can see if you did not send the signal, the rate drops down significantly to lower than 10%. So you're more than tripling your conversion rate of getting an interview if you signal a program. And no brainer, I said that in my ERAS application video. If you have the signals, definitely signal the programs. But signal programs that you have a realistic chance of matching at. Because if you're signaling programs that are very prestigious and your application is not that strong, you're losing that gold opportunity of getting an interview. Another thing I highlighted in my video on how to fill your ERAS application is to pick geographic preferences. Here you can see the 2024 ERAS data. If you picked a geographic preference, your conversion rate is around 12.5, 13%. If you had no preference or geographic preference did not align, you can see these are very similar. If you apply to a program outside the 3 geographic preference areas that you picked, your chances of converting to an interview is the same as those who did not pick preference. So they picked I don't have a preference. So these people are losing on this huge opportunity of tripling almost or doubling their conversion rate for getting an interview. This one is less than 5%. This one is around 13%. So around 2.5 x the conversion rate. So why lose on that opportunity? And if you don't have any preference at all, go with the numbers from the ECFMG, which shows the number of physicians sponsored by the J1 visa, and the highest numbers were in New York, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Texas. So even if you don't have preference at all, pick these areas because historically there has been a lot of IMGs in these states. So if you need help with your ERAS application, with editing your personal statement, with getting advice on how to optimize your chances of matching, which programs to apply to, if you need some individualized strategy for picking the programs based on your application, go ahead and schedule a consultation with our customer support team, who will be more than happy to guide you with the different services that we have with different offers to help you ace your residency application. We helped over 90 applicants match into residency last year, and we would love to have you as part of our success stories for Match 2025. We also have match application packages that combine ERAS application editing, personal statement editing, advising, interview preparation, all in one package. And you can check the link for this service, other services, how to schedule a consultation on our website. All will be in the description below. If you find any value in this video, I would really appreciate it if you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your colleague who's also applying to the match. And now, if you have not watched my video on how to fill your ERAS application, make sure to check it out. I'll leave the link here on this screen, so just go ahead, click on it, and it will take you there. Good luck on your match.